So today we've got a bit of a post bag. Well, there's a couple of bits I haven't opened, and the rest you get to see that are already opened, but whatever. So I've got some of these. These are SOP 16. Let's come in a bit closer. I'm sure you know what they are. I'm sure you've seen something similar to them before. They are SOP 16. SOP 16. In fact, it's the other side. SOP 16 sort of breakout boards. So let's get one out. And I bought these for a very good reason. I've already got loads of those sort of SO8 boards, but this one is for an IC. Here we are. It's for these. Now, they're very difficult to see, so you might be able to read it. But these are the AC1082 ICs that I purchased. They're those MP3 ICs. Now, I knew at the time that these may have odd firmware on it, not the kind of things that I've seen. So here are a couple of the little schematics that I've seen. Now, this is part of the HAL 9000 little project that I'm doing. Don't know if it's going to work out, but I thought it'd be fun to try and make one. Now, I know what some of you are going to say, that you don't really need to do that. Why are you bothering? Couldn't you just buy something like one of these or one of those and stick it on your project? And I could do. So this one's based on the GPD2856 IC, which is stunningly familiar. I think they might be just clones. Now, there's a bit of an issue here because I was going to look at interfacing with this via UART. I've seen some conflicting diagrams now that show me that might not be possible. This one you can't use UART, but there are some GPD2856s where you can use UART. So I don't really know. But the point is that it's more fun to make something yourself than it is to use one of these little off-the-shelf boards. Now, I love these for playing around and making stupid things like that little robot I made, Toby, but I'd quite like to do something more fun this time. So this one doesn't have UART, but it has everything else. It doesn't have an amplifier built in, but there are options for that. There are some chips around that do that. This one over here is the WTV020M01 module. I don't know what the actual IC is called, but I believe it's some sort of thing similar to that code there. Now, this one does have UART, that's how you control it, but you can also use the buttons with a resistor ladder, just like this one has over here. Now, it all depends what firmware is on these ICs. That's like the key to it. So we're gonna have to do some experimentation and sort of breadboard up a simple circuit, and that's why I've bought these SOP 16 adapters, so I can stick it all in a breadboard. And that is for the HAL thing, and something else has arrived for that. So let me just cut that out of its little packaging. God, okay, this might not be. Okay, well, fine. This is a massive lens. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether that's going to be appropriate for what I want it for. So that's going to sit on the HAL 9000 thing. Now, I've got a bit of a problem because I've only mocked up a very small version of my HAL board. I'll give you a little clip of that now so that you can see what I'm talking about. It's essentially a PCB with some audio circuitry on the back, a speaker and a big LED. And I was going to use an ATtiny85 to have a touch sensor on the front using the big exposed grill and surround, so that you touch it and it says something different. Using the UART to control the MP3 player, but I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, so we'll see. But this big lens, so this is a, I don't know, 40% scale, I think, 3D print, because I've made it much larger than this, but the hole there has remained the same. So this should be the equivalent of the big glass bubble. Now, as you can see, it's about the right size, really. I'm not sure about this lip here. We'll see. But here's my LED. I'm not going to plug it in or anything. Oh, we could, I suppose, and have a look. But it should sit there. and then the dome sits over the top. I'll tell you what, let's throw the power supply on. I don't have any tape around. Let's just hope this has tarnished a bit. It's limited to, oh, there we go, good. I'm just going to limit the current down to 40 milliamps, and then we'll pop it on there and we'll have a look what this looks like with the dome on it. Oh, I'll try and angle it towards you. Can I get in there? Yeah. Oh. Not very easily. Oh, there we go. It's very difficult to get a good connection without looking, but that kind of looks cool. If you imagine the PCB material behind there is actually going to be black. So I'm actually thinking it might be black and lead-free covered, so it's silver, but that'll be nice. God, it is. I mean, it looks very different to my eyes because the red's coming across very deep ruby red to me, but it's very bright on camera. Anyway, that's that. And then next up, there's something else that's arrived, so we're going to have to come further out for this, I think. I bought this a little while ago. It's taken a while to get here. And this is from Banggood. Oh God, there's a barcode on there, whatever. So, oh, it's gotten a bit beaten up. But it's one of these, oh, I don't even know who makes it. Ruideng. Ruideng USB color display tester. And this should be the one with not USB, Bluetooth on board, hopefully. Had a bit of a fight with a postman, potentially. Ugh! It's not actually that difficult. I'm not straining too much. There we go. Oh, geez. So this is the model UM34C. I don't have anything to power it up here. Damn, that would be useful, wouldn't it? I can't even get it out. Yeah, so I think that board at the bottom is our Bluetooth. What does it say? Micro in yeah, USB-C down here. Oh, let's get a power bank, hold on. Right, here's a terrible power bank, so let's try this one. Oh, there we go. So, does it have Bluetooth? Let's see. Where's the on-off switch over here? It says it's on. So we've got quite a few little menus, or rather views. So we've got a graph here, that's freaking cool. So if I plug something in, what have I got? Oh, everything's always just out of arm's reach. So I've got one of these lights. Let's throw that in. And then we'll have to turn the power bank on again. Obviously it's gone to sleep. Let's try and move that over here. In fact, we'll just come zooming in a bit. So, unplug, and then we can see that graph has gone down. Plug it back in again. God, I have no idea what I'm looking at. So the amps down here is what I'm reading. So there's no real display of the amperage being drawn. So 73 milliamps. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I guess all the way up here is what, 800 milliamps, and we're down here. I suppose that is about 70, isn't it? If there's 10 dots, are there? Hang on, there's 8 dots. So each one is 80, it's about 70. So yeah, I guess you can see it by eye, but it'd be nice for that number to change. Now, I'm sure this was Bluetooth, so I'm just going to get my phone out and see if I can find it. Yeah, I found it. So I've got, oh, let's come out a bit so you can see what I'm looking at. So there it is, looking to pair a new device, and we've got the UM34C. So I'm going to pair it, and there's an app, I think. So let me just do that. So a bit of a problem. It doesn't work. It just crashes every time. It said it was made for an older version of Android than mine, so that is why it's not working. This is Android 10, so it's the newest version. I'll hunt around on the Google Play Store and see if I can find something that is equivalent or knows how to speak to this thing. Now, incidentally, while I was playing around with it, let's come in a little bit closer, but not too close. So the buttons on here are really, really easy. So you've got previous and next, and you can see like a progress thing at the top there. But there's also another button at the top here, and if you press it, it turns off the screen, which is quite nice. A little bit of a power saver, I guess. On the other side, we've got a question mark, and that gives you contextual information about the screen that you're looking at and what you can do with the buttons on the outside if you long press them. So, for example, long press to rotate the screen to the left. Well, hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? And then we can put it back. You can do this way, and then we can put it back. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. There we go. And then there's other stuff in here. So I don't know about the data group. I'm not sure what that is yet. But we can press one of them and see what happens. Milliamp hours. What was it before? Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know. So we can go, oh, look at that. So we can look at the, oh, that's just rotating on this one. We've got the recording, I think, here. Press to adjust. What's this then? Doesn't seem to be doing anything. I think I need to read a bit more about it. When I went to that QR link, it didn't really give me anything apart from the app download thing. This one says, oh, we can record data here. That's interesting. And this one's our graph. So I can switch the graph here. So this is volt and amps here. And if I switch it again, you get the D plus and the D minus lines, which is pretty interesting. So anyway, I'm not going to go into massive amounts of detail about this because I'm sure you've all seen it before, but I was super excited about it. So that is the end of the post bag, I think. So I'm really excited about this thing. It's going to be cool. So actually, this is kind of like the right size in reality. So that's where it's going to sit, with a grill down here and a big metal thing around here. That's going to be the touch thing. Yeah, it's exciting. And that's what this AC1082 is for. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I know some of you might say you should use these things, but you're not going to learn anything if I just use a module. And I've used them before, so what's the point? So it'll be more fun to play with this. But again, it's like a lottery, isn't it? I don't know what firmware's on it. I've no idea really. Maybe it's better off to use the GPD2856 or this WTV020 chip. I don't know. I mean, I can literally desolder it from the board and stick it onto one of these adapters and try out them on a breadboard. So, oh God, some of you are going to tell me, why don't you just do a wave player with a ATtiny85 or whatever? But I've done that before as well, so that's not learning something. But playing around with these mysterious chips from China is learning something. And there's only 10, and I only needed 10 to make 10 of these boards, because I don't want to have to buy any more, and you've no idea. If these ones work, we're using them, because you don't know what kind of firmware you're going to get. Most of my information I've got from some Russian forums, so I don't know how reliable the translation is. Still, all right, I'll speak to you again next time.